Well, good morning, Group D. This is Mr. Lopez saying hello. It's a Monday morning. Hopefully, everyone had a great weekend. We're going to do things differently this week. This week, your assignments will be cut in half so that any stress levels, any anxiety that you're having at home, parents, I'll try to alleviate that with reducing your workload. So, we're going to do the guided practice today. As soon as we're done with the guided practice, you'll do your daily task assessment. You'll do your homework practice pages. The only thing now is I don't need copies of the daily task assessment or homework practice pages uploaded to RenWeb for me to check. What we're going to do now is after you complete it, tomorrow morning or Tuesday morning, you'll go and you'll check the work with the video that I provide for you. You check your work, and after you do that, you're going to take your online test on Tuesday. So we're going to do the workbook one day and the online quiz the other day. And you don't need to be uploading pictures of any of the workbook pages anymore. So we're going to do away with that. I'm going to grade the Think Central Online. I'm going to use that so you don't have multiple things to be doing, and in case you get you fall behind for whatever reason, you don't have to be uploading all those pictures and stressing out over that. So, and I'm going to know whether you understood the concepts or not when I check your online grade. So we're going to be doing that differently. I want to thank those of you that did a very good job with those videos. We're not going to be doing any more video projects either, because it looks like there were some issues with some people were just getting too stressed over it. I was only meant for you to have fun with it. So we'll try to adapt. Those of you that did turn them in on Friday and this weekend, great job. They look very good. I want to thank Lena. I know Lena turned hers in. Miriam and Eamon, Ayan, and Isa, good job. And most of the videos that were turned in came out of Group D. Group D, so you all did a real good job. So good morning to everyone. So that's how we're going to do it this week. Your daily schedule, you just go to RenWeb. Work on the day that you're working. You'll have a math, a reading, a science, depending on what day it is. So just check on RenWeb. You're not going to have that daily schedule that I had before. It seems like we were getting a little bit too over. I guess that was too much for some of you. For some of you, it's right on target. So, but I know things are different at home, so we're going to just try to change it up to alleviate any issues that you would have. Okay, let's look at 17.2. This time you're going to find perimeter. You're going to be using a ruler. So your ruler needs to have a centimeter side on one side, and then your inches. Okay, so it's going to look something like this. This is your metric system here. This is your English standard ruler right here. The only thing that you have to learn today is when you measure, you have to make sure that you start at 0. Some rulers have it like this. So if you have it like this, then whatever edge you're measuring has to start right here at 0. Has to start here. You can't start measuring, putting this one and measuring, say for example, it's right here. This is what you want to measure. This has to start right there. Because if you start here, well, you're going to have this much of a difference. It's going to be wrong. Okay? So you have to be sure that some of the rulers start at 0 here, and some of them start here. Whichever the case may be, make sure you always start on 0 on whatever edge you're starting with. So make sure. And again, make sure if they ask for centimeters, you use this side, the metric. If they ask for inches, you use this side. And it says inches. Again, so make sure you understand that section here. Now, today's assignment dealing with finding perimeter is you're going to first estimate measuring your notebook. So you're going to measure the width here and the length here. And some notebooks are larger than the other, so these numbers are going to be different. Okay, but perimeter, you're going to measure all 4 sides. What you need to learn today is how to be able to use that ruler. Another thing you're going to be doing today is measuring these shapes here, these sides here. This one's asking you for perimeter to find that. This is asking you for inches. This one is asking you for centimeters. So you'll measure these two. You'll measure these, put your numbers here, get your totals here, and then that'll be your perimeter. For this one, these are congruent. So whatever you get here, well, you know that you're going to multiply it by 4. So do that. Let's go ahead and do that right now. You have those to do here. Also, measure these. This one's done in inches. Get your numbers here. Then give me the perimeter. This one's done in centimeters. So get your numbers here. Measure it. This one's also done in centimeters here. And make sure you measure this one here. This one here. Okay. And put your values right here. I'm going to come back and show you the answers of what it should be. This next one is you drawing one that has 24 centimeters. Again, some of these are going to be different, okay? But it has to have a perimeter of 24 centimeters, okay? Okay, again, use the grid paper to draw a figure that has a perimeter of 24 centimeters. This is 24 centimeters here. So I'll let you figure that out, okay? And I believe the next ones is you're getting the perimeter of these, perimeter of this one. You're going to analyze, also here, analyze, evaluate, and then you jump into your daily task assessment. So go ahead and pause the video now. Work pages 351 through 353 on your own. Then I'm going to show you what the values were, and we're going to see how you did. Okay? After we do that, you will do daily task assessment on your own, the homework practice on your own, and then we'll check it on Tuesday morning before you take the online test on Tuesday. Okay? So you always want to do the workbook first, then you do the online test the next day. So you're only going to have 2 online tests per week. Okay? And 2 workbook pages per week. And then since we have Friday off this week, it's going to fall perfectly, and then we'll have something different on Friday the following week. So hopefully the assignments will be a lot easier for you to complete and less stress for all of you. So go ahead and pause it. Do 351 and 353. And then we'll come back and we'll check your answers. Okay? So pause. Welcome back. Okay, you were supposed to get estimates here. And I do have a sheet here that guides you through this. So if you look at this one here, and again, this is a standard one. And for this one, our length was 12 inches. And our width was 9. So we had both the length was 9. So that's 18. Then we added to 24. And that gives us 42. Okay, so we just measured it. Some of them will be easy. Some of them, yours will be bigger, smaller. But what you need to do is make sure that it's an estimate that you had first. Okay, hopefully they fell in round numbers, so you always want to round up. If you have a half, go up to the higher number, round it up. Okay, the next one here, okay, if you measured this with inches, this length right here is 1 inch. This length right here should have been 2 inches. So 1 inch, 2 inch, 1 inch, 2 inch. You should have had 6 inches here. Okay, this one's asking for centimeters. So this length right here is 3 centimeters. So if this one's 3, you know these are congruent sides. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, this is 12. Okay, so see how you did. Make sure that you measured correctly here. Because if you have a value higher than a 1, that means you use centimeters here. And you have to make sure you're using inches when they ask you for inches. Okay? Let's take a look at the next section here. For this one, your triangle here, your sides were 1 inch. Your sides were 1 inch. And of course, your perimeter is 3 inches. For these 2 shapes here, this length was 3 centimeters. This one was 4. And once I get these 2, I don't have to measure these. Because I already know these 2 sides are congruent, and I already know these 2 sides are congruent. Okay? But it's not the case with these shapes. These ones you have to measure them all. And this one's 4 centimeters. This one's 3. This one right here is 2. 1. This one's 2 here. And then this one's 3. And you should have had a total of 13 centimeters. Okay? These you cannot be off. because these are measured precisely with a ruler, and these are the actual perimeter values for these two shapes, or these three shapes. Okay, there's no questions on whether the shapes are smaller or different, because the rulers are the rulers and it's a standard measurement for the rulers. So these are the actual values. So hopefully you use the right value, or the right format, either inches or or the metric system. Okay. The next one's asking you to draw a figure that has a perimeter of 24. Again, they're going to vary. Okay, but so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, 4, it's 14. How many more do I need? 14 plus what equals 24? 14 plus what equals 24? Yes. 14 plus 10. So now I can do 10 more. I can go 5 more across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I could go 1. Oops, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay? I was getting confused with area. I'm sorry. It's so long as you have 24, your perimeter is 24, and you count, you're good. So again, the values are going to change. They're not going to be the same. I mean, the shapes are going to be different for all of you. So as long as you have 24 around, you're good. Okay, I believe the next one is the problem solving one. If you take a look at this one, okay, it's asking you which one has a perimeter of 26. Well, it's the bird one. Because if you add these numbers, you get 26. How much greater is this one than this one? You get these two perimeters, and then you subtract it from these two, from this perimeter, and it's 4. Okay, here's Erin putting a fence around her garden. Each side of her garden is 3 meters long, and the fence costs $5 per meter. How much will the fence cost? Okay, if each side is putting a fence around her square garden. That's the key right there. Her square garden. Her square garden. So you know her garden. Oops. You know her garden is a square. Okay. So 3 meters long. 3, 3, 3, 3. 3 times 4 is 12, and then 12 times 5 is 60. Okay, does everyone understand that one? 3 times 4 is 12. Oh, I'm sorry. Perimeter is 12, and each, then you multiply by 5 because each meter is $5. That's easy. It should be very easy for you all here. The next one, Gary's garden is shaped like a rectangle with 2 pairs of sides of equal length, and it has a perimeter of 28 feet. Explain how to find the length of the other sides if one side measures 10 feet. So here's it. You know the garden has 4 sides with 2 pairs of sides of equal length. So 2 pairs of the sides of that rectangle will be the equal length. Oops. Okay. 10. Oops. 10. Okay. You know these two have to equal to 8. Okay. Well, divide 8 divided by 4 is 2. And each one of these sides is 4. Okay. Easy. Next one. Evaluate. Jill says that finding the perimeter of a figure with all sides of equal length is easier than finding the perimeter of other figures. Do you agree? And the answer would possibly yes, because all the sides are equal. So once you find, you can multiply the length of one side by the number of sides, just like we did in this one here. It's much easier to find it than the shape that I made over here earlier. Alright? Because when they're all equal, you just multiply the number of sides by the length of that figure or that side, and you're good to go. Alright, that was an easy one for you. I know some of you are going through it quickly. Oops, sorry. Where am I? So take a look at the daily task assessment for today. You're going to do that now. You're going to do the homework practice now also. Then tomorrow morning you'll check it. Then you'll have your quiz to take on Think Central. Well, hopefully the adjustment of the work assignments will make it easier on you, less stress, and be able to cope with the issues that are happening right now. I know it's hard staying inside, but as soon as you get a chance to go outside, please go outside, please run, please play, and above all, be respectful towards one another. Make sure you're washing your hands also. Well, this is Mr. Lopez saying goodbye again, and hopefully we will see you all soon.